It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And a decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A big play there on the first play of the game. 83 yards. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Back to throw, Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 22. Off of play action, Darnold to the right side, complete to Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Darnold. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early in this offense. How imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold will find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Darnold now to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. And it's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage. And hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now it's Darnold. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. And that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Foreman will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Eddie Pinheiro down for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Geno out to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap. We have the sack on the first play of this drive. That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here's Smith to return it. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline to study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They were zoned defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing route against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman. Oh, nice move. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Darnold on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ugetta and Wosu got the sack there.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had much in the end zone the last time out.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. Light hash mark of 42-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Dallas out to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here we go.
They'll run here with rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the 1st down.
So for the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. $10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside, have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Here's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. The play fake, and it's Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete.
I certainly did like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads. He didn't even have any luck trying to get back to safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Able to complete this to Shenault. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One of the selling points at the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Throwing again is Darnold. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Darnold from the red zone now. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there. They're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll go with Foreman. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Deontay Foreman with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Going right back to Fant. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They had 2 tight ends in formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, Smith. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Geno on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize he's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and it curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ochemunuosu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
You know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now Smith, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots on the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 14. First down, Panthers.
A first down throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and 8. Here's Darnold. Now he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep the quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Now Foreman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And their offense has been in top 4 so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taking about the 1. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On second down and 4, Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe the defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Darnold on first down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Foreman. Down to about the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They run again with Foreman. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 38. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Okay, it didn't break down all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Here's Foreman. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Foreman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Play action. It's Smith. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Smith. It's caught, Lockett, and he's taken down and able to slip across the 35. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would like neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hart. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here. At their own 15. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Foreman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still on the move at a nice pace.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march on the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off much more plays.
On 1st and 10, Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, a 1st down for Seattle.
Despite the score, despite the defense, and no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Dallas. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running right, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Geno out of throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown, a 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Next run on 2nd and 10, and probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Darnold on 3rd down. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Yeah, on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job of identifying it and making the play before it's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take the shots.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Nice and breaking ground and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Smith. On the slant, it's Fant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Man open downfield is Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Geno. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Geno. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? You go with a bigger guy to try and use size, and try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with a slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tied football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but let's go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The score, all even to this point as it kicks away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. They no longer have a lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 20-yard line. Darnold complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards yards and a Panther first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
And the Panther first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Darnold from the gun. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's been a busy man here this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to put their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down to move it closer. Darnold to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Seems like a measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting it, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
After the interception, here's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith going right back to Fan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw him twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Running left is Walker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as a tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Walker with another carry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And it's the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines. We take a break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is good. And they'll be celebrating and Pioneers swear tonight the Seahawks have won the game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.